So, as we all know, UFC 295 is this weekend. I, for one, am fucking excited as hell. These are my predictions, so if you want to lose all your hard-earned cash, then feel free to copy them for yourselves. Anyway, the first fight on the main card is a featherweight bout between Pat Sabatini and Diego Lopez, who has goated himself in my eyes for his S-placement spot on my most slappable fighters tier list. I don't believe there is a single man who can look him in the face and live to tell the tale. So, I am taking Lopez by decision. I think just staring into his face at the weigh-ins will be enough to make Sabatini shook, and it'll show throughout the fight as he gets outclassed to a decision loss. Now, onto the next matchup, which is probably going to be one of the best fights of the entire card for as long as it lasts, of course. It's Matt Frevola versus Benoit Saint-Denis. Saint-Denis, I would imagine, is the favorite here, but something tells me Frevola is going to find his chin, and I can't shake the feeling. So, I'm taking Frevola by knockout. I think he's going to smash Benoit on the feet and be able to get up if he gets taken down. I know Benoit got the upset against Ismail Bonfim, and he's clearly improved greatly in his stand-up game. I think Frevola's power will be too much. They'll get into some sort of exchange in the first round. Saint-Denis gets clipped, shoots a sloppy takedown, and gets finished on the ground in the late first round. Now, the next fight is clearly the best fight of the entire card, Jessica Andrade versus Mackenzie Dern. I can't think of two people I'd rather see square off more on one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year than these two deserving young ladies. I mean, not only did Andrade get viciously knocked out in her last fight, but Mackenzie Dern is also on a fantastic run herself of 2-2 in her last 4, with her last fight being an absolute barn burner with the 12th ranked Angela Hill, who has an astonishing record of 16 wins and just 13 losses. Incredible stuff. Anyway, I'll probably take a shit or something when this fight's on, so I'm taking Dern by decision because obviously, they're both so incredibly talented that neither of them will get finished. Now, onto the co-main event, a heavyweight clash between Tom has a smaller dick than Sergey Aspinall and the Russian Giga Chad himself, Sergey Pavlovich. Now, I stick by my previous video where I stated that I think Aspinall will win this fight. I think Sergey will come out very aggressive, trying to finish the fight in the first round like he always does, but Tom, being so much faster than every other plotting heavyweight Sergey has faced prior, will not be there for him to land his big Russian paws on. Tom is so much faster than every other heavyweight with his hands, footwork, and general movement around the octagon, and I think he's going to run circles around Sergey for the first round, making him miss his power punches and countering with fast shots of his own. Then, when Sergey inevitably gasses out in round 2 because he's never had to go there before in his UFC career, we are either going to see Sergey shoot on Tom for the first time in his UFC career and get caught in a guillotine and put to sleep, or Tom's going to find the takedown on him, land ground and pound before securing the rear naked choke or something. Either way, I'm taking Aspinall by second round submission, regardless of Sergey being the absolute warlock that he is. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event, and yet again, I am choosing my current favorite fighter on the entire UFC roster and the stuff of Israel Adesanya's nightmares, Alex Periera, to knock out Jiri Prochazka with his signature left hook. I made a video a couple of weeks ago showing why I think Alex will win this fight, and it's simply summed up with Jiri fights with his hands down, and Alex is one of the best strikers in the entire sport, if not the best. He also has the power to put an actual elephant to sleep. So including his activity and momentum from his Jan Blachowicz win, I can see Jiri coming forward with his hands down to throw something, and Alex, because he stands so square on, will find his chin with his signature left. Jiri has been out for a significant amount of time, and with all due respect, we saw how Jiri versus Glover went, and we saw how Jamal Hill versus Glover went. Jiri probably loses to Jamal, and I think Jamal loses to Periera as well. So overall, I think Periera knocks out Jiri in the third round after attacking his calves and landing good jabs and hooks to the body. I think Jiri comes charging forward to throw some wild shit, and Periera catches him clean on the chin, putting him out cold, just like when he fought King Mo. Maybe I'm biased because I'm a huge Periera fan, and despite finding Jiri fun to watch, I find myself wanting Periera to win just to detach himself from Adesanya in his UFC run. Even at the press conference, they're still asking him about Adesanya when it's been made clear they probably won't fight again. Like, dude, he's literally fighting Jiri Prochazka for the light heavyweight belt, and you're asking him yet again about Adesanya? This guy needs the win, in my opinion, to start his own legacy without Adesanya's legacy attached to it, as all I ever see is how he got fast-tracked, and that he wouldn't even be there if it wasn't for Adesanya. Well, maybe it's true, but if he beats Jiri and becomes the light heavyweight champion, it will prove to everyone that regardless of the fact he was fast-tracked, he still would have been a top contender or champion in the UFC. Anyway, yes, Alex Periera third-round knockout. That's the end of my predictions. Don't forget to subscribe for more probably wrong predictions in the future.